What up, what up? What's down, what's down? How y'all doing today? Alright. My bad. Had y'all sitting in silence for a while. I was in my mind. I want to talk about mental illness versus superpowers. Mental illness versus superpowers. Now, when you think of mental illness in the concept of, regular everyday life, you think of it as a hindrance. You think of it as an annoyance. You think of it as something that will get in the way of the life that you are living, and it will get in the way of the life of others. Nobody wants to be a hindrance. Well, some of us. So yeah, a lot of times you think of mental illness, think of a sickness. It's more of a negative connotation, right? Because of, the system that we're in, there's certain rules, there's certain things people got to get done. So, it's kind of going against us, the system that we have in place, So, yeah, mental illness in the regular world. Now, when you watch Marvel movies, or when you watch Marvel, DC, whatever it is, if you watch any supernatural movie, or you watch a movie where the main character is having a supernatural experience, or they are encountering supernatural things, one thing to me that you notice is that no one finds it a hindrance if it can be helpful to themselves and those around them. So, for example, in the movie Jumper, where bruh can go teleport anywhere, he could look at a picture and then teleport to the actual place. When that person did that, he didn't do that and then freak out and then go run to a mental hospital. You know what I'm saying? He was able to use his ability, practice it, and see how it could benefit him. When we watch these X-Men movies, when we watch these, superhero movies, they're not finding out there about there are certain, they got the mutants where, they be freaking out when their powers happen. But, all in all, what I'm saying is that, to me, the only difference between a superhero and a mentally unwell person is that a superhero just knows, or a supervillain just knows how to balance the needs and wants of this external reality and balance the needs and wants of what's going on internally. You know what I'm saying? If I'm pretty good at, masking and acting, you would probably never know I got schizophrenia, or you would probably never know I have bipolar, or just all these other terms, because of just how, I just know, okay, we're in this world, we're in this culture where you want me to behave a certain way. So if I know how to it's the alter ego thing. It's even funny, when they bring up, every time they say Superman in the old cartoons, it used to be, he's Superman, but then, when he's not being Superman, he's mild-mannered Clark Kent. And it's very interesting because it's why didn't they just say Clark Kent? Think about that for a second. Why didn't they just say Clark Kent? They said mild-mannered. So that kind of shows you, okay, this person that we're watching, he's doing all these supernatural things, but he even still knows that, okay, if I do too much, this world will see me now as an enemy. And if you even watch the superhero movies, that's kind of how it goes. It's like the people who have these extraordinary abilities, the people start hating them. You know, the other people in the movie who don't have those powers or abilities, they actually start being afraid of them. And I kind of feel like that's what it is kind of with mental illnesses, or I don't want to see it as mental illness, just whatever mental thing you're going through. It's like people already see you as like a crash out, or as like, you know, you're going to do something harmful, instead of taking a different perception on it. I just thought that was interesting. I woke up this morning, I was doing my workout, and I was like, that is very interesting. Like, what is the difference? Like, we literally sit here and watch all these superhero movies, but then it's like, well, what's the difference between a superhero and a mentally insane person? The only difference is that the superhero or the supervillain is like, they know I have to now, like, they know what character to put on. They just know, like, okay, I'm in this, I'm at work, can't do the superhero stuff right now. You know, I'm in this type. They just know how to move in what setting. That's literally the only difference between a superhero, a supervillain, and a mentally, you know, whatever y'all say, mentally ill person. The other person just knows how to behave in a certain setting. And to be honest with you, it's almost like, hell, like, I remember I seen something online that was like, what's the difference between an adult and a kid? And it was like, it's not much. As an adult, you just realize, like, oh, okay, this is how we just all act in this space. You know what I mean? If we're all at the grocery store, you kind of just, I mean, you can, like, I'm still a kid at heart. I will literally walk into this grocery store right now and just start running through that motherfucker if I feel like it. Because don't nothing stop me if, like, if it ain't hindering nobody, I ain't hurting nobody, I'm going to do that shit if I want to express myself in that way. So, you know, like, you know, but a lot of people, as we get older, we become hardened. We become more programmed into other people's, you know, wants and needs and how we should behave. So, yeah, that's really all it is, though. A kid is just very new to the system and it has that, you know, fresh spark. So it doesn't have all the, you know, the deep programs in it, or like convoluted with all these mindsets and how it should be thinking. Oh, I don't know if I should react right now because everybody outside of me will feel this way. Like, it's not doing that. It's strictly just, it's literally just being itself. And I actually feel like that's a lot of the times where the reason why people find more joy in their life when they have kids, or where people be like, oh, like, having a kid is such a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. First of all, if you can maintain it, if you can take care of the kid, if you don't traumatize the kid. But what you're really looking at is just you without programming. Like, because you have become so, like, worn down with all this stuff in your mind that is just keeping you from doing certain things or behaving in a certain way. So now it's like you're getting that energy from your child. So, yeah, that's it. This wasn't going to be a long video. Just my little, no, not little, just my big, little and big, yeah, both are needed. But just my little big rant on my thoughts of certain things, certain topics, certain thought processes. But y'all be easy. Much love. Doop 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 doop.